Good evening and thank you for tuning into this video. So tonight we are going to just practice multiplying mixed numbers. Early today we were multiplying fractions. Now we'll just be multiplying mixed numbers. Before we get into mixed numbers though, I just want to review multiplying fractions. So in order to multiply fractions, you multiply the numerators together, and then you just multiply the denominators together, and then you simplify. So for example, 4/5 times 2/9. First, I multiply my numerators together. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8, so I get 8 on top. And then I just multiply my denominators together. 5 times 9 is 45, so I have 8 over 45. This can't simplify, so this would be my final answer. Okay, so that's how I multiply fractions. Multiplying mixed numbers is very similar. The only difference is you have to first convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples. I'm going to move my paper up. So again, to multiply mixed numbers, I would underline this rule if I were you. You first convert both mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then you just multiply. So let's look at my first example, 2 1/5 times 1 1/3. So both of these are mixed numbers. I'm going to first convert both of these into improper fractions. So 2 1/5, to convert that into an improper fraction, I just do my whole number times my denominator. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus my numerator, 1, which is 11. So my numerator for my improper fraction is going to be 11. And again, I just did 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 1, which is 11. So 11 is my numerator, and I keep my denominator of 5. Now I have to convert my 1 1/3 into an improper fraction as well. Same thing. To get my numerator for my improper fraction, I do 1 times 3, which is 3, plus 1, which is equal to 4. So 4 is my numerator, and then I'm going to keep my denominator of 3. So 2 1/5 times 1 1/3 is just equal to 11 over 5 times 4 over 3. So that's my new multiplication problem. So from here, it's pretty much the same as what we did today. Now to multiply these two fractions, I multiply my numerators and then I multiply my denominators. 11 times 4 is 44. And then 5 times 3 is 15. So like I said earlier today, I don't like things as improper fractions. I like you to write it as a mixed number. So to convert this to a mixed number, I'm going to have to divide. So I'm going to do my scrap work over here. So I have 44 divided by 15. 15 goes into 44 2 times. Okay. 2 times 15 is 30. And then I have a remainder of 14. So, to write 44 over 15 as a mixed number, I'm going to have my 2 as my whole number, because 15 goes into 44 2 times, and I have a remainder of 14. My remainder is going to be my numerator, it's going to go on top, and then I'm going to keep my denominator of 15. So my final answer is 2 14 over 15, or 2 14/15. And that will be my final answer. Let's go ahead and look at another example. Once again, I have two mixed numbers multiplied together. I have 2 1/2 times 5 1/4. Again, same process as last time. I have to convert both of these mixed numbers into improper fractions before I can multiply. If I look at 2 1/2, to convert that into an improper fraction, I do 2 times 2, which is equal to 4, plus 1, which gives me 5. So 5 is my numerator, and I keep my denominator of 2. Next, I have to convert my 5 1/4 into an improper fraction as well. So to do that, again, I do 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 1, which is 21, so 21 is my numerator, and then my denominator will just be a denominator of 4. So 5 over 2 times 21 over 4 is now my multiplication problem. And again, to get that, all I had to do was I converted both of these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Now I can go ahead and multiply. 5 times 21 is just going to be 105. 2 times 4 is just equal to 8. So my answer is 105 over 8. However, this is an improper fraction. I'm going to have to make this into a mixed number. So again, to change an improper fraction to a mixed number, I have to divide. So my division problem is 105 divided by 8. Okay? 8 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then I bring down the 5. So now I have to think, well, how many times does 8 go into 25? 8 goes into 25 3 times. And then 3 times 8 is 24. And then I get a remainder of 1. So to write 105 over 8 as a mixed number, I'm going to want 13 as my whole number, because 8 goes into 105 13 times. And then I want for my fraction part, I want my numerator to be 1 because my remainder is 1. And my denominator is just going to be 8. So my final answer is 13 and 1/8. So to get there, again, I converted my mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then I just multiplied. After I multiplied the tops and the bottoms, to get this improper fraction into a mixed number, I divided. When dividing it out, I find that 8 goes into 105 13 times, and I have a remainder of 1. So my mixed number is just going to be 13 and 1 over 8. Let's look at example 4 together. Now, example 4 is slightly different. Here in example 4, we have a mixed number times a whole number. Ooh, what should we do there? So this is similar to others we worked in class today as well. I'm gonna want to go ahead and write my 2 as a fraction. So 3 and 1/7 times 2 is just going to be 3 and 1 over 7 times 2 over 1. So all I did was I rewrote my 2 as a fraction. Now I still have a mixed number here. So I'm going to have to change this mixed number, 3 and 1 over 7, into an improper fraction. So to change it into an improper fraction, again I do 3 times 7, which is 21, plus 1, which gives me 22. So 22 is my numerator, and I keep my denominator of 7. So I have 22 over 7 times 2 over 1. Okay. Now, in order to multiply, just multiply the numerators, and then I also multiply the denominators. 22 times 2 is 44, and then 7 times 1 is just 7. Okay, so my final answer is 44 over 7. However, this is an improper fraction. I'm going to have to make this into a mixed number. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, to make this into a mixed number, I'm going to have to divide it out. So I have 44 divided by 7. 7 goes into 44 6 times, and then 6 times 7 is 42. And then I have a remainder of 2. Okay? So 44 over 7, if I wanted to write that as a mixed number, I would have to have my 6 for my whole number, because 7 goes into 44 6 times. My remainder, for my fraction part, my remainder is going to be my numerator, so I have a numerator of 2, and then I put that over my denominator of 7. So 3 and 1/7 times 2 is just 6 and 2/7. So to recap, to multiply mixed numbers, you convert to improper fractions, and then you just multiply and then simplify. You have a couple examples to try on your own, and we'll be discussing this tomorrow during class. God bless you and have a good evening.